B Marsh Boxing back at it one more again with another live stream. Was good boxing heads and fight fans around the world. Now is it me or a lot of YouTube channels out here promoting this DAZN shit? Since I've been on YouTube, man, doing videos for a couple years now, I swear to God, man, I ain't seen that many. I ain't never seen no shit like this. You know what I mean? Where there's a lot of YouTube channels out here. And just people in general. You would have sworn these people under Eddie Hearn's payroll. But I never seen nobody people push and suggest to other people like you should buy the zone. Like look what you're getting. You should buy the zone because yeah, the zone like you should put your money into the zone. Like dogs, when did this start happening? When Bob Arum took his crew over there to ESPN, top rank, I ain't hear nobody clamoring and say, dogs, you guys need to get ESPN, man. You need to buy the ESPN. Go ahead, call your cable company right now and order ESPN. You got to, man, because hey man, they giving us good fights, you know what I mean? Look, they giving us good fights. It's what is it? It's 5.99 for the ESPN. What is it? 4.99 for ESPN Plus. Y'all should go ahead and get it, you know what I mean? But I ain't hear nobody say that shit, you know what I'm saying? When PBC came into fruition in 2015, you know what I'm saying? When now him and put the PBC under the boxing stratosphere, yeah, sure enough, there was people hating on it. You know what I'm saying? There were. There was people talking about it's a bad idea, but that's just the obvious. It was a black guy coming into boxing, running things and making power moves, and people ain't like that. And anything affiliated with Floyd Mayweather at the time, even still now, and Al Heyman is, of course, affiliated with Floyd Mayweather, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, whichever way you call it, people were really against the PBC thing. You know what I'm saying? There were a lot of people who loved the idea, like I did. You know what I'm saying? I was all for it. I'm down with PBC for life. You know what I mean? PBC is the best boxing in the United States ever since HBO started investing their money into these Eastern Europeans. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Kovalev, Triple G, Lomachenko, and any and everybody who wasn't American. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was all about. You know what I mean? And actually, in my opinion, that was detrimental to their downfall. You know what I'm saying? You expel and you chastise all the American fighters, especially fighters like on your network, you know what I mean? But you try to big up all these Eastern European fighters who do have flaws, and sooner than later they will get found out. But at the end of the day, nobody was saying, Daz, you guys need to get PBC, even though it's free. Nobody would say, dude, you need to go ahead and or they had other channels like Spike TV and or FS1, you know what I'm saying, that they were doing PBC on when they first started, NBC Sports Network. But nobody was saying, dude, you need to get your cable package up, man. You need to get your cable package up and get that get your cable package up so you could get FS1, Spike TV, Bounce TV, what you call it, all these channels, you know what I mean? NBC Sports News. Nobody was clamoring and saying you guys need to invest your money into that shit. But with this DAZN shit, man, it's like Eddie Hearn got fellas in the motherfucking trans, man. Eddie Hearn, man. Hey, man, I gotta applaud him, man, because really and truly, since I came on this boxing YouTube shit, man, I ain't never seen people hold a promoter's word to such high esteem and quote him for verbatim. And it's always a thing of Eddie Hearn says. I've heard a lot of channels out here, you know what I'm saying, who are supporting this DAZN thing. And I'm gonna get to you my reasons why I prefer the PBC over DAZN, me personally, you know what I mean? And to each his own. You could fuck with boxing whichever channel you like. And I'm not here to say such and such channel is better because of the promoter. Nah, I'm gonna give you my reasons. But I don't need nobody telling me what I need to do with my money, dogs. You check it, especially when I've been had the zone and things like that. You know what I mean? And I don't have the zone because I give these motherfuckers $9.99 a month. No, you check it, but I still have it by hook or by crook. You heard? You know what I'm saying? And I still watch boxing. I still watch every single fight that comes on. You know what I mean? Even if I might not cover it. And really and truly, I'm gonna get to you some reasons why there's some of these fights. Why the zone? You don't. No, nobody should be trying to convince me a real boxing fan who've been watching boxing since it was on terrestrial TV. You know what I'm saying? A man who been watching boxing before even I heard of Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? You know, watching guys like Ray Leonard and Duran and Hagler and Hearns. You know what I'm saying? You know, the zone is all good and fine, but I'm trying to tell you, man, it's not doing the boxing community and for casual heads, it's not doing them the justice that they should. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've known a lot of casual fans ever since these fans been put on the zone. All right, a lot of casual fans. You know what I mean? Who I can't even really talk boxing with them no more. I can't. I really can't. And I'm saying like casual fans, you know, to the point where they could come up to me and say, "Oh, did you see that fight on such and such, whether it was HBO, Showtime, ESPN, whatever." You know what I mean? Yeah, I seen that fight. But with this DAZN thing, I don't know nobody besides people that we talk here on YouTube with, whether it's through the comment section or uploaders who have watched this who've been paying attention to the zone. They haven't watched not one fight, you know what I'm saying? I know people who still have yet to see Povetkin and Anthony Joshua. And before that, they had seen every single fight of Anthony Joshua when he was on Showtime. Now, I'm not down with this watching fucking boxing on an app, dogs. The zone needs to step their game up. And that's maybe when, I could see why somebody would be willing to put up their $10 to per month to watch the zone if they put that shit on your regular cable TV package, or make it to the point where I just gotta flip on my TV and watch that shit right when I just flick my remote. You know what I'm saying? Whether you sign up for it online, whichever which way, but they need to have that platform on your regular TV. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not down with this DAZN shit. You know what I mean? Only people who fucking with this DAZN or really hyping it is Eddie Hearn minions. You know what I mean? People who taking every word of the man Eddie Hearn and saying like it's golden. You know what I mean? Really and truly, I'm not even down for paying for fights that I don't even care to pay for. So what? Because they put in the World Boxing Super Series on, some fights are good. Some fights I don't care for. I seen that Marius Breeders fight versus that German. You trying to tell me that I gotta be paying my money to watch that? Man, I'll pass, big man. I'll pass, dogs. I could wait for it on YouTube. You know what I mean? Okay, Alexander Usyk versus what's it called? Versus what's his name? Tony Bellew the other night. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. For undisputed. You know what I'm saying? But then again, really and truly, let's be real, Americans. Let's be real, dogs. A fight like Tony Bellew and Alexander Usyk, if there was no platform such as DAZN, you think that fight would be pay-per-view and people would have to pay for that shit? Are you serious? Are you serious? Ain't nobody would have paid for that, dogs. That's not happening. First and foremost, both them fellas ain't American. First and foremost, Tony Bellew's not no pound for pounder, Hall of Famer, a man of high esteem in the boxing game where man have to go out and pay money to watch Tony Bellew. That's you see, there's people gotta put things in perspective, dogs. You know what I'm saying? Fellas out here telling fellas to buy this DAZN thing, but I'm not down for paying for fights that I don't even really care for. Now, I'm not saying I ain't care for Alexander Usyk versus Bellew. Of course I did. I wanted to see Alexander Usyk defend them titles in an undisputed fight, you know what I mean? But Alexander Usyk versus what's his name? Gassiev again. A fight like that. World Boxing Super Series, I'm all for it. I like the tournament structure and all that, you know what I mean? But really and truly, man, are those really fights that are pay-per-view? Are they? I don't care if it's $5.99, $9.99 a month. And that's the thing with DAZN. World Boxing Super Series is not going to be forever, ladies and gents. It's not. As we already know, it's a thing that maybe starts in the fall and will end in the summertime. I see fellas in the chat. Main boxing biker, what's good, son? Straight from Brooklyn, straight out of Brooklyn. How you feeling, man? Main boxing biker said the zone be all freezing and stuff. Yeah, I heard that it does that too with when fellas I was on the hangout with when these fights were happening. Main boxing biker says Hearn best chance of survival in the zone is to make Wilder Joshua fight. Yeah, that's his best option. And when that fight happens, Deontay Wilder would be a fool. to just have that shit to fight on the zone, strictly the zone. Even if it's the Wilder fight, for what? That look, man, I ain't never seen no a fight of that type of magnitude. I'm talking about a fight the whole world clamoring for. What the whole world's gonna gotta go on and watch it on the app? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. There's some people who don't have access to these things. You know what I mean? Well, there gonna be some foreign countries that will probably show that will show the fight for free. What fight was I watching the other day? Um, Yeah, when I watched the rerun, I watched the Tony Bellew versus Usyk again, and I watched it. I think I watched it on YouTube from a channel maybe from Croatia. I said Croatia. What's this guy from Ukraine or Russia? You know what I mean? You check it. These guys are gonna watch that for free. But for the most part, imagine if they ain't have that shit to watch it over there in them countries for free. You know what I mean? Kind of like sometimes they do get American pay-per-views in England for free while we gotta pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, and not everybody has access to an app. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell you, man. And this is from fields research. You know what I mean? From just going to the streets and asking people that I know, people who do watch boxing, people come up to me and ask me about boxing because they know I have a channel and or I do talk boxing or know about boxing. Ain't none of them watched one DAZN fight. DAZN been around since early September. You know what I mean? They haven't watched no fight on DAZN, and they could care less. Bet you that shit was on regular TV, they'd still be watching it. Cause I know people who watched all them Dillian White fights, Dillian White versus that fat Australian Lucas Brown. They watched that on regular HBO. You know what I'm saying? Ron Burnett versus Zakianov. They watched that on regular HBO. You check it, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm not down for paying for shit that I don't really care for my damn self neither. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, World Boxing Super Series, some fights are good, some fights I don't care for. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you like this straight up. I didn't get to see um on the night of because of technical difficulties, basically. You know what I mean? I didn't get to see Trudanowski versus Rillick, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't get to see Emmanuel Rodriguez versus and that Dorticos card, that World Boxing Super Series that was on the zone from what you call it, out of Orlando, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't get to see the night of. I went back to look for the fights, but at the end of the day, I didn't even really miss nothing. I almost fell asleep on them fights, you know what I'm saying? Really and truly. You check it, and that's what I'm talking about, man. If you want people to pay, you got to put a superior project out there. And why fuck with the PBC more? Hey, man, even at PBC's worst days, get Josecito Lopez versus Keith Thurman. That's better than watching Tevin Farmer versus that Tennyson kid. And Tevin Farmer about to fight another nobody after that, too. Good for Tevin Farmer. He's getting paid. He's getting that DAZN guap. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it ain't building his profile in the States. It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? The man, Tevin Farmer, I'm sorry, Tank Davis still has a higher profile than the man Tevin Farmer, and Tevin Farmer is even doing more in boxing than Tank Davis is right about now. You know what I mean? So that's my discourse with the zone thing and how people out here they really trying to convince man to go buy that shit, man. Like dogs, I never have it. I'm not gonna start now because the zone 9.99 a month. Oh, they got World Boxing Super Series. Well, I don't care to watch Marius Breedis snooze fest versus that German dude he fought the other day. You know what I'm saying? Um, Look, World Boxing Super Series is not going to be on forever. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be on forever as far as there's going to be periods in time where it's going to be dry. You know what I mean? There's going to be no fight scheduled. The tournament might be over. We're going to know who the winners are of 118, 140, and the cruiserweight. What's left after that? Um, you know, Eddie Hearn and maybe Golden Boy. Golden Boy giving us Rocky Fielding versus Cannoli. I don't give a fuck about that fight, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's not what I wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Now, for some guys on the PBC, they might be, or a guy in particular, he's been in a rock and a hard place, and that's Jamal Charlo, the WBC interim champion. You know what I mean? He's finally getting the headline after all these years. I've been seeing the Charlo brothers on TV. They finally getting the headline, and it's going to be in Brooklyn, New York. Why? I don't know. They should headline in Houston, Texas. I mean, but because all the fighters in middleweight who are champions will have belts on the DAZN side, so that's the part where basically this guy Jamal Charlo's in a rock and a hard place because he has no champions. He can't even fight no champions over there. So he's in a tough predicament. You know what I mean? But guys like Adrian Broner, he getting to fight Manny Pacquiao. He's in a nice situation. You know what I'm saying? Fellas like look at Limpinets and Limpinets versus what you call him, Lamar Peterson. That's a very good fight right there. Lamar Peterson been out the ring for about a year now. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to fight Limpinets. Limpinets, he fought Mikey Garcia. Then he had a fight after that. I forgot who he fought after that. You know what I mean? But these are more better quality fights, man. I'm trying to tell you, it just comes with the stable, man. Al Heyman's stable is much better than the zone stable. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. You know what I mean? And look, man, let people be. People out here suggesting what people should do with their money. I'm not taking out my credit card. I can, but I'm not about to do that, man. I'm not about to do that because I still watch the fights, you know what I mean? I still watch the fights because I cover these fights, you know what I mean? I have a YouTube channel. But at the end of the day, most of these fights are fights that I wouldn't pay for anyways. You know what I mean? They're not pay-per-view type of fights. And I gave you a perfect example, Tony Bellew versus Alexander Usyk. Good fight, no question about it. But come on now. If that shit was on regular TV, you'd think HBO, Showtime, or ESPN Plus would make that a pay-per-view? Well, maybe ESPN Plus would do because ESPN Plus is also now in the business of showing foreign fights, not particularly everything that's in the United States, especially with that kind of multi-year contract that Frank Warren signed with ESPN Plus and Bob Arum's Top Rank. You know what I mean? But Alexander Usyk versus Bellew is not a pay-per-view type of fight in England. I guess they'll pay for that. You know what I'm saying? They paid for that. But that's what I'm talking about. Showtime, they giving us a nice little lineup. You know what I mean? Some of these fights going to be pay-per-view. Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence. I'm not going to buy that neither. You know what I mean? It depends on if the undercard is popping. You know what I mean? But I don't like that. And that's where I'm showing it. I'm not showing no allegiance to any particular outfit, whether it's DAZN, ESPN Plus. I just want to see good fights. And I know which fights are worth paying for. You know what I'm saying? You check it. Whether Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, I'm going to buy that fight. That fight is better than everything the zone has put out. And Eddie Hearn supporters, AJ supporters, they'll disagree with me. But that's all well and fine. We can agree to disagree. But that's the better fight than anything that the zone is going to have put out. You know what I mean? Really and truly, you know what I'm saying? It comes at a premium, you know what I mean? It's going to be like 65, 75 bucks. You check it, but it's Deontay Wilder's first pay-per-view. Shit, if people out there in England can support Tony Bellew pay-per-view, well, fuck, well, if they could do that, then why can't I purchase Deontay Wilder's first pay-per-view? A guy that I'd like to see become that big star so he can get the fight with Anthony Joshua. Whether he's a star or not, that fight should happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Dan Povetkin wasn't no star. Anthony Parker, what's his name? Joseph Parker wasn't no star. Neither was Carlos Takam. You know what I'm saying? But I guess, those are easy fights to be made. And easy fights to be won by Anthony Joshua. People gonna pay for that. So why the fuck can't I pay for Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder? Come on, man. That's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna be telling people what to do with their money and what not to do. If I want to support, and people been crying, bitching about the undercard. Who heard this fight and heard told y'all months ago he's gonna be back in November, December, and he wants to tune up with a right-handed fighter so he could fight Jamal Charlo next after that. What's so hard to comprehend after that? Fuck y'all mean what you mean? What you want? You want the man Jared Hurt to go fight a killer straight off for coming off an injury? That's what we're not gonna do. And some might say, "Oh, Lomachenko's fighting in the unification." Yeah, he's fighting Pedraza. We already know what's gonna happen in that fight. Big ups to Pedraza. He's doing bigger things than the man Tank Davis. That's for sure. But we already know what's gonna happen in that fight. You know what I mean? You check it. Um, we got Luis Ortiz, whomever Luis Ortiz is fighting. I don't even know the fullness of that schedule, but I will be purchasing that card. You know what I'm saying? I will support Deontay Wilder. Why? Because I'm a supporter of Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? And you could feel how you want. You could be in your feelings all you want, man. But that's a better fight. It's a heavyweight fight. It's a better fight than anything DAZN has put on. So PBC, Showtime, they still the best outfit in boxing. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They still giving us better cards, better fights than anything and everything the zones put out. You know what I mean? I will agree that first the zone card, the joint that came out of Chicago with Thomas Delorme and Jesse Vargas headlining. On paper, it didn't look like a great card, really and truly, it didn't. But the fights in between were good fights. You know what I mean? They were action-packed fights. You know what I'm saying? And does that warrant that somebody has to pay for it? Do what you do. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't think those fights were worth paying for. You know what I'm saying? Um, Regis Prograis versus Kyrie Relic. Again, Regis Prograis is probably going to be. Let's say that fight happens in the United States and it wasn't on the World Boxing Super Series. It was just on, I don't know, HBO, Showtime, ESPN. It might be put on ESPN Plus. You might have to pay for it, $5 a month. But really and truly, is that really a fight worth paying for? Is it? Is Kyrie Relic a star? Is he a pay-per-view guy? Come on, man. We gotta put our thinking cap on, man, and stop telling people what to buy and what to do with their money. You know what I'm saying? Stop being Eddie Hearn spokesmen out here. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all fellas not getting nothing not out of it. You know what I mean? Y'all just gassing the man. Eddie Hearn, like Eddie Hearn's the greatest promoter. And like I said, since I came on this YouTube shit, I ain't never seen people promote a particular promoter's um, agenda so hard. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? From the promoters that we've had in boxing, whether it's the Goosens, or it's Lou DiBella. Hey, why ain't nobody out here promoting Lou DiBella and say, hey man, you guys got to get PBC and watch all the Lou DiBella fights, man. These guys are giving us fights, man. It costs such and such. No, you guys got to pay for it. No, man. That's what we're not gonna do. Let people be. Let people watch what they want to watch. And if you gets to watch the fight, so be it. You know what I'm saying? These fucking boxing promoters, you think they care about the fans? If they did, they would have given us the fights they want. You know what I mean? How about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm boycotting anything, but the promoters are not even giving us the fights we want. So what? I'm supposed to give them $10 every month, $10 every month because to get fights that I don't care to see. That's what I'm not gonna do. You know what I mean? So those are my reasons why I'm fuck with the PBC over the zone. The zone has still yet to impress me. You know what I'm saying? And stop coming hey, look. Even if it doesn't impress me, what I'm really tired of is people suggesting and trying to recruit people to buy the zone. Fuck that shit. Main Boxer Biker says they're gonna have to break bread with Wilder and offer that man fair money. Yeah, they're gonna have to give him a shitload of money. You know what I mean? But then again, will people be able to see him fight like that? You know what I mean? Because the zone don't got no more subscribers in the United States than Showtime. You know what I mean? Main Boxing Biker says, "Yo, them the zone fight cards be longer than a full work shit." Exactly, man. Them fight cards, man. They do it like when you put on Sky Sports on a Saturday at like 2 p.m., 1 p.m. on East Coast time, Eastern Standard Time, and them fights don't be ending till like they start at 2 o'clock and they end at like 6 o'clock. That's a good 4 or 5 hours. You know what I mean? You ain't lying. That shit like a whole work shift. You know what I mean? Main Boxing Biker says, seems like boxing fans like the promoters more than the fighters, and that's a fact. It's a fact. There's a lot of people who come on YouTube ever since this Anthony Joshua and Wilder thing, and they've built themselves a nice following of riding Eddie Hearn's nuts, shitting on AJ, shitting on fans, the United States fans who do like AJ. Some even suggesting that these guys, it's fucking sickening. You know what I mean? How's a white guy gonna suggest that all the Deontay Wilder fans in the United States, or those who do support Wilder, and they be like, fuck AJ. This white fucking YouTuber said that these guys, while they not, something to the effect, while they not busy putting out an agenda of Deontay Wilder, they out robbing women's purses and shit like that. I mean, like, are you fucking kidding me? And fellas letting people slide with saying nut ass shit like that, you know? Dogs, it's boxing at the end of the day, man. I'm not going to lose sleep if Deontay Wilder loses to Tyson Fury. That's the difference between me as a fan of boxing and these Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn fanatics, you know what I mean? They'll be in their feelings. They already in their feelings that Deontay Wilder is getting a fight to fight Tyson Fury. They already in their feelings. They don't want Deontay Wilder to fight Tyson Fury. They want him to fight Brazil, Dillian White, any and everybody. When Deontay Wilder, when he beats him, they're gonna say he ain't fought nobody. They're gonna say these are AJ leftovers. Now the man trying to fight an undefeated former world champion in Tyson Fury, the best available fighter out there besides Anthony Joshua, and these motherfuckers is in their feelings, man. Like, I don't get this shit, man. Dogs. How fellas gonna come every single day be talking about Deontay Wilder? You don't even fuck with Deontay Wilder, and you mad about the fight, but every single day people out here making videos about the guy. This shit is baffling. It don't make no sense. Look, it's no secret on my channel. I like Deontay Wilder. I like Deontay Wilder before I'd even heard of Anthony Joshua. And I'm going to keep riding with Deontay Wilder. Win, lose, or draw with Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury snatches that WBC belt off of Deontay Wilder, I'm not going to lose no sleep. The best man won for the night. What's next? It's a process of elimination. Try to get that Anthony Joshua fight. You know what I mean? That's the difference. I have no hatred towards these guys because they fighting each other. You know what I mean? That's not how it goes with me. You know what I mean? That's not how I view boxing. If Wilder and AJ do get it in, may the best man win. I'm rooting for Deontay Wilder. If AJ beats him, I'm not going to lose no sleep. I'm not going to be making videos talking about Deontay Wilder, how much he makes, whether he's known on the streets or not. Only thing I know is that he has a belt. And the other guy has 3 belts. One fight away from undisputed. This the same type of shit I was feeling with Anthony, what's his name, Andre Ward and Adonis Stevenson. One fight away from undisputed, and they still couldn't make that happen because the man Andre Ward retired. You know what I mean? I guess he ain't have one more fight in him. You know what I mean? So them type of things. That's what I'm all about. You know what I mean? You check it. I'm not into this. I could be on here every day making a video bashing AJ, trying to get fucking views and followers, subscribers, and people to come in my comment section or the chat. Yeah, Anthony Joshua, he's a this, that, and the third. I don't gotta do that. What the fuck I'm gonna keep talking about that fight when it's not even close to being made? Anthony Joshua is right now, he got a big hey, Anthony Joshua right now, he's just basically chilly chill. You know what I'm saying? He's out of clear and present danger. You know what I mean? Because all roads lead to not fighting Deontay Wilder when it comes to that matchroom side. And if you don't believe me, you don't got to. If you think I'm bullshit, that's on you, man. But the proof is in the taste of the pudding. It's not in the pudding. The proof is in the taste of the pudding. You know what I'm saying? And up until the Zone give us some shit like Tyson Fury and Wilder, then I'm gonna be fucking with this PBC Showtime shit. You heard? Straight up. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. You check it. I like that PBC little gala they had yesterday, the little event, showcasing the fights, all the champions. Uskatagay versus Caleb Truex. That fight right there is better than any and everything that they put out on the Zone. You know what I'm saying? And it hasn't even happened yet. You know what I mean? Only thing that I was disappointed in when it came to yesterday, seeing all these PBC guys in LA and, putting out the lineup for 2019, I didn't see my guy from Capitol Heights, Maryland, Washington, born in D.C., my guy Gary Russell. Where was Gary Russell at? You know what I mean? Santa Cruz, he's fighting some Miguel Flores. And, that's a fight I'd like to see, man, more than anything. You know what I mean? I'd love to see Gary Russell versus Leo Santa Cruz, and I was disappointed that that fight's not next, and Gary Russell was nowhere to be seen yesterday. You know, but besides that, there's some good fights that they putting up on that PBC joint, man. Let's be real, man. And I'm not here telling people go buy that pay per view. I haven't told one person. I said I personally am going to buy. I haven't bought a pay per view. The last time I bought a pay per view, mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm. Probably Canoli and Floyd. I'm fucking serious, dogs. 2013. That's the last time I bought a pay per view for the Floyd and Pacquiao pay per view. I wasn't in the country. You know what I mean? I was out the country and I watched it for free. I watched it at you know, I was supposed to watch it at an IMAX theater, but they was fucking up. The screen was fucking up, and I just went straight out to the dance hall, the spot I was partying at, and I watched it in that piece. You know what I mean? You know, so that's the last time I paid for a pay per view, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I didn't even buy Andre Ward versus Kovalev. It's a good fight, but to me, it was no pay per view worthy fight. None of them were pay per view guys, anyways. You know what I'm saying? I watched the fight, great fights. You know what I mean? But I'm not out here telling nobody what to do with their money, and fellas need to stop that BS too. You heard? Fellas in the chat, my man Fox Strikes was good. Fox. All right. Oh shit, Pete Money up in here too was good, man. Let me see what y'all saying in this joint. All right. Where'd I leave off? Main Boxing Biker says boxing is the most racist sport besides soccer. Yes, it is. Very tribalistic, no doubt about it. But to me, it's not tribalistic for me. To me, I watch it as a worldwide sport. It's not just an American thing. Even though, dogs, I was doing the. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna do that for another video. I'm not even gonna tell y'all what kind of research I was doing. I'm gonna do that for another video. You know what I mean? But I watch boxing because it's a worldwide sport. I love to see fighters, a guy from South Africa fighting a guy from any and everywhere, or vice versa. Just it's a worldwide sport. You know what I mean? I like to see different fan bases and how they react in different countries, and you know, it's a worldwide sport, just like soccer. You know what I mean? I don't think there's no more global sport in this in sports in general than soccer and boxing. You know what I mean? P Money says, "What's good, fam? What's goody with you, fam? Everything good." The Fox Strike says Newton. I don't know. He's asking Newton. I don't know. I've never listened to Newton in my life. I ain't never listened to Fig Newton in my life. I don't know what he be talking about. Main Boxing Biker says at P Money. Oh, he's saying what up to P Money. What up, bro? Fox Strike says, yeah, that's the sport. Fox Strike says at the end of the day, there are more than Spence, Wilder, AJ, and Crawford in the sport. Exactly. Exactly. I done predictions for guys like Maruti Mutalini versus Muhammad Wasim. I'm sure there's a lot of people on this YouTube shit who've never heard of these guys. But that was a fight I was very interested in, you know what I mean? This fight was on that undercard of Manny Pacquiao versus Matisse for a world title. Maruti had been a world champion before for like 5 years. I was really wanted to see whether the guy with the amateur background, the standout amateur background, versus Maruti, and my prediction came right. And those are fights those are type of fights that I really like. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's a pay per view worthy fight, but let that shit be on the zone. Motherfuckers out here will be trying to coerce you and try to tell you, man, you should go ahead and put your money in. No, that's what we're not gonna do, man. Um, Fox Strike says too many boxers to be talking about the same fights over and over. Facts. That's why you don't see me harping all over that Wilder and AJ thing, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. I made my piece about that. I said it in my video. Errol Spence is not who y'all thought he was. I got nothing more to say about that except maybe talking about him versus Mikey Garcia. You know what I mean? Um, Main Boxing Biker says Hearn lost out on a big money bag when Wilder agreed to take the 12 million. Yeah. Was it 12 or 15 million? I think the first offer was 12. I think they was trying to give him 15 the next time. All right. P Money says the Main Boxing Biker cool and family on this job site boy cooling family on this job site, bored as hell, and saw the brother B Marshall, so I had to come through. I appreciate you, P Money, straight out of AZ. Give thanks. Mike 104, what's happening, big man? He says, good morning, friends. Good morning to you. Um, Mike 104 says, I don't pay for any pay per views. Fuck that. Unless it's worthy fights. I watch on Twitch. All the best matchups from other sports are free. Imagine if the Super Bowl was pay per view. True indeed. You know what I mean? That's true, man. If the Super Bowl was pay per view, man, people would be in a frenzy, man. Um, Foxstrike says, "Did you see the size difference between Spence and Garcia?" I did. I saw that, and that's why I don't care. I don't care about that fight, and I'm not paying for that fight. I don't like that. I wanted to see Mikey versus Lomachenko. Why we can't get that? You know what I'm saying? Why we can't get that? Mikey claims he's a free agent. He's a guy who doesn't have a promoter. Then go promote yourself and try to make a deal with ESPN and try maybe fight on ESPN. Go beat Lomachenko on his platform, man. If you think you can beat him, that's the thing I don't get, man. Fellas don't want to go fight each other on different platforms. But I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, if I'm a boxer, I'm not going and I'm a world champion. I'm not leaving no ESPN Plus or Showtime, PBC to go fight on the zone unless they're giving me stupid amount of money. You know what I'm saying? The guy, what's his name? Jesse Vargas versus Thomas Delome. He made a good $1.7 million. You know what I mean? So an incentive like that. That's why I could see the man going over there. You know what I'm saying? He's getting basically a lot of money to fight a guy he's supposed to beat, even though he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think PBC before the Zone was around, when HBO was around, when ESPN Plus, everything. Hey, man, PBC has the best fighters in the United States. PBC has the best world class fighters. When I say the United States, it's not like boxing is just concentrated just in the United States. But hey, baby boy, go look at who got the most world champions in boxing. Remember a few years ago when England was bragging about how they have almost as many world champions as many as United States. Well, hey man, times change in a year and a half. Because really and truly, I used to look at them world champions out of England, and I see that it's only a matter of time when somebody gonna catch up and beat these guys. It's only a matter of time, you know what I mean? And the world champions they have over there in England have dwindled. And America, they just gotten higher. And I'm gonna show y'all sooner than later, you know what I mean? The proof is in the taste of the pudding, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put that on Front Street for everybody to see. You check it, talking about this England resurgence, you know what I mean? The English resurgence is only from one person, and that's Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn running his mouth. Besides that, boxing is still the lifeline, the blood sport is in USA and Mexico. USA and Mexico still got more world champions than England does. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I'm gonna put the data out there for y'all. You know what I mean? So you can see I ain't just talking shit. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, when they had all these champions over there, it was only a matter of time. You know what I mean? It was only a matter of time before these guys get found out. You know what I mean? And really and truly, you could say what you want. Hey, it's only a matter of time till guys like Anthony Joshua when he steps up to fight the toughest fight of his career because Vladimir Klitschko was a guy who was beat already, and we can't we that's what we can't do. You know what I mean? We can't front like Tyson Fury didn't do the deed first. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a long layoff, and the Vlad Klitschko fought Anthony Joshua. Definitely more exciting fight than Tyson Fury's, you know what I mean? But we gotta give Tyson Fury the props for opening up the floodgates and then opening up the heavyweight division. And actually probably even giving Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua should pay homage to Tyson Fury because all them straps he got once upon a time belonged to Tyson Fury and he ain't lose them in the ring, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying Anthony Joshua did not earn them belts and beat guys in the ring for him, you know what I'm saying? But really and truly, Tyson Fury opened up the floodgates. You check it? So it is what it is, man. B Marsh Boxing about to seal the deal on this. Mr. Doc, how you feeling, man? Mr. Doc says, I ain't paying for anything I don't think is worth the price that's being asked. That's how the consumer keeps prices from getting out of control. That's how the free market works. True? True indeed. But I'll tell you like this. The zone, the zone is okay. It's okay if for certain fights, man. But overall, I can't say that to me personally it's worth me paying $10 every month. Cause like I said, World Boxing Super Series is not gonna be happening every month. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be and it's gonna conclude at some point in time. Then what next? Just gotta be sitting around to watch some Golden Boy fights. You know what I mean? Whatever they're gonna do with Golden Boy on the zone, Canoli versus Rocky Felder. I don't like that fight. No, I don't. No. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Why? Because Rocky Feldon beat some guy over there. I've seen Rocky Feldon fight before, you know what I mean? Versus Callum Smith, and and even versus that German dude he went over there and beat, you know what I mean? You check it. I'm just not with it, you know what I'm saying? Um, it's better than HBO trying to advertise that Canoli fight for $80, and that's again why I didn't give him my $80 to watch him beat up guys like Liam Smith, um, um, you know, Amir Khan and them likes, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I will support boxing where I see fit on my end. I'm not telling nobody what to do, whether they want to cop the zone, cop the ESPN Plus app, do what you do, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let's just talk boxing and stop gassing up these promoters and trying to act like spokesmen for them, like we getting, like fellas is getting a cut up out of this, you know what I mean? Fox Strike says 168 top fight. 168 top fight is from the UK. Top fighter is from the UK. Who's that? Callum Smith? Yeah, he's from the UK, no doubt. I'd even respect Canoli more to trying to go fight the man Callum Smith. You know what I mean? Mm. Fox Strike says PBC or the Zone. It's boxing. Yeah, but the Zone is actually shutting down and they really excluding a lot of the casual fans who just watch boxing by the flick of their channel, PBC or Showtime. I'm trying to tell you. I know a lot of people who do watch all the boxing. I call them casuals because they couldn't even tell you they couldn't tell you what weight class certain guys are. Those are guys I consider casuals. They might watch the fights, you know what I'm saying? But, they ain't never watched none of the DAZN cards, you know what I mean? That's not good for boxing. It's not. It's not. Because fellas got to go through hell and back to try and find these fights, you know what I mean? On DAZN. And that's what I'm talking about. The exclusivity of watching on your regular TV beats watching boxing on an app any day, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. And like you said, PBC or DAZN is boxing. Yeah, it's boxing. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it regardless, whichever channel it's on. But for the betterment and empowerment of boxing, it's not doing us any good. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's not. Mr. Doc says I can understand that. I'll probably cancel when the World Boxing Super Series is over, and if an American network had carried the World Boxing Super Series, I'd have bought the zone. I wouldn't have bought the zone to start with. Yeah, Mr. Doc, I feel you, man. That's taking the boxing off of TV and putting it on an app, man. It's just, I'm not with that, man. I'm not. Um, I'm not. And then try to tell fellas to pay for it, man. That World Boxing Super Series shit the other night, the cruiserweight shit. That shit was so anticlimactic, especially after watching Tony Bellew and Usyk. I wasn't feeling that. Mike 104 says I only get pay-per-view for fight parties, and my family seldom has fight parties these days. The last generation of fighters failed to pass the torch. My family of boxing casuals don't know the new crop. Yeah, and they ain't gonna know them with the zone. They not gonna know them with the zone. That's true. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna find out who these guys are, and that's probably what I'm gonna do too. For the most part, when I have paid for pay-per-views, fellas chip in, you know what I'm saying? Have a fight party, you know what I mean? Go ahead, probably put up like $5 to $10 max. Fuck is that? That's nothing, you know what I'm saying? If having a fight party. That's what we used to do with the Floyd fights and the Pacquiao fights. Fox Strike says, yeah, I'm surprised networks don't carry it. Yeah, that if they did that, if they put the zone on your regular TV, they got fucking $1 billion to give to boxing. Why they can't just make a channel? You know how many weak ass channels on the cable box that I've never even clicked on to watch? Look, even Spike TV don't exist no more. That shit called Paramount. And when Spike TV was around, I only really watched it to watch PBC on box. You know what I'm saying? PBC boxing. There's only to get themselves a network, put that shit on TV, man. Stop playing. And if you do want to charge people $9.99 a month for like a premium sports network channel, I'm not mad at that one bit because they are premium sports networks, you know what I'm saying? But at least it's going to be on your TV box on your channel, you know what I mean? Um, the Fox Strike says, but it's streamed on YouTube for free anyway. Not for us in the United States. World Boxing Super Series is geo locked with us in USA. We can't watch that. Everywhere else, like EJ Boxing Live and them, they be watching that shit on YouTube. I wish we could, but nope. They try to make us pay $9.99 to watch that whack ass cruiserweight shit. There ain't even no belt involved in that tournament. Mr. Doc says, yeah, I don't like anybody talking that Cold War shit. American boxing needs our best to fight our best, in my opinion. Yes, indeed. The Fox Strike says, networks rather carry Pac-Man versus Broner. That fight is better than everything put out on the zone. It's better than Usyk and Bellew. Shit. Any day. Broner and Pac-Man's better than Usyk and Bellew. Believe you me. It is. Why? Because if you didn't know that Tony Bellew was going to lose that fight, I don't know what to say, man. That guy was not on Alexander Usyk's level. That's just a fact. The guy's never been a world class fighter. You know what I mean? Usyk is though. And Spence Garcia. Yeah, I don't like that fight, but for both fighters, they looking at it as an opportunity to become stars, you know what I mean, and fighting in Texas. So it is a kind of big deal, but I'm not feeling that fight. Mr. Doc says to the Fox Strikes, the YouTube feed either doesn't work for me or doesn't work in America. Got sick of having to find streams. You're right. Fox Strike says to Mr. Doc, for real, earlier this year or late last, it told me not available in my country, but it's working here now. They need to fix that. It ain't been working here in the USA for the last few fights. I have watched the World Boxing Super Series, like the first run go around, the cruiserweights, the first tournament, the cruiserweight. What was the first tournament? One, what was it? 168. I have watched some of them fights. They did put them early on YouTube, but then they stopped. I think they stopped when they got on the DAZN thing. They stopped when the World Boxing Super Series got on DAZN, so they could put out make people have to pay for these fights. Mr. Doc says he's saying to me, that's a good point. There's only to get on that public access. Yes, indeed. Main Boxing Biker says Broner sell more than Bellew and Usyk. Facts. People know him more. They'll watch him more. Mr. Doc says Bellew wasn't winning anything with the John Stockton shorts. No bullshit, man. Man looking like Charles Martin out here. But yes, indeed, fellas, I'm about to seal the deal on this joint only because my joints are like 3%. My phone, and I got charged this phone one time, man. You know what I mean? But I appreciate all y'all coming through the chat. No question about it, man. Appreciate everybody from Mr. Doc, Fox Striker. I appreciate y'all. Mike 104, um, Main Boxing Biker, P Money. I appreciate all y'all coming through, participating, and giving your thoughts. And everybody going to listen on the archives. Let me know what y'all think about my reasons why I prefer the PBC over the zone. All right, be Marsh Boxing. Thanks for everybody coming through. And I'm out of here. Peace.